Let's check it out. DFX, DFX crypto. Okay, Huobi. Oh, okay. I can't really say much. Okay, because we don't have enough data. Okay, let me zoom into H1 maybe. Okay, I can't really say much, DJ, about this one, but we know that this one started here. We had a big low and a high, but price failed to make a low, instead made an equal low. So this one is now the last high, this entire zone. So let's mark it. That's it. Okay. Oops. This one. Okay. So this is it. And so for the boost to take over, we need to see a breakup of it. But since we had these big wicks previously, which I don't personally like when it happens, of course, like this break is not enough, to confirm it. So this is why for this one, I would be waiting for this break above this, okay, above this previous major high, because usually I would go for this, but since we have these big nasty wicks, I'll go for this one. Meanwhile, if we trade lower, we will get this minus 2 point resistance as a support, as we have a double bottom previously. So we are currently basically trading inside this range. If we trade lower, we'll be looking for a short-term buy. Unless we break it down, we'll be expecting further bearish movements. Okay, that's it for the FX. We can also look at BNB. Oh, of course, Mark, we'll go over BNB now. Oh. Okay, DJ. I'll add it to my list, to my crypto 3 list. Okay, great. Yeah, I thought the OPEC new would have given a bump. I'm not really sure about this product. Okay, so now let's go for BNB as Mark requested it. Anyway, I already have it here. So let's first go for Galatasaray and for seeds, and then go over BNB. Okay. Okay, so we don't really have much updates here. Around the 2 round number, around this support zone. We have this channel, like last week we were here, that's why they start from here. So now we are still waiting for this break, which didn't happen, as you clearly see. So no break, no entry. Let's delete it. Delete this. What is this area? Okay, oh yeah, okay. Let's delete it. No longer helpful. No longer helpful. Let's delete these ones. We are left with this one. So I'll keep this area, and I will adjust my level or my arrow from here. So for the boost to take over, we need to see a break above this area. We are currently testing the previous lows right here, waiting for this movement upward for the boost to take over. Meanwhile, we can trade higher, make a new high before breaking it upward. But this is the major high I'm keeping an eye on. This is from a short-term perspective. Later on, when we trade higher, we'll have this supply that might push the price lower. Okay, so we need to see a break above it for the boost to take over from a medium-term perspective. So short-term perspective, medium-term perspective. And of course, meanwhile, until the buyers take over, we can still trade lower and lower and lower. Okay, seed for Mac, for the boss, weekly. Can't really add much for the boost to take over. From a long-term perspective, I'm still waiting for this break above the 14. In this case, we'll be expecting a bullish movement. On daily time frame, we are bullish, and we are currently inside this channel. So I'm still waiting for something like this to happen, to buy short-term. If we break it downward, then we'll be breaking below the channel. We'll be expecting a bearish movement. So that's it for seed. We don't really have much updates for today. Okay, on BNB now. BNB is sitting inside the support and resistance from weekly time frame. These are the major ones, around 300, 340, and around 200, or from 180 to 220. This entire support zone. So like now, since we had the hack, we can see that previously. Okay, so sorry about that. Again and again, we had this channel. And like due to the hack, we had a break below it. and we are trading lower. Previously also we had a break below this minor supply resistance, also a a lower high, a low, a major low, broken downward, break below this channel. Okay, these are all signals that the bears are taking over. So anyway, this is from a short-term perspective. On daily time frame, we are currently sitting around this area, which is around 260. You can even, if you want, make it a little bit smaller for it to be cleaner. That's it. Okay, we are currently retesting it. So yes, we are still fine. The bulls can still kick in from here. Okay, unless it's broken downward. If it's broken downward, that wouldn't be good. Okay, because just like previously, broken downward, trade it lower. Okay, so we don't want this break below this one. In this case, we'll be expecting a movement till this area here, till around 220, or even worse, inside the zone. Okay, so that's basically it. Like if you want, just like Ethereum, we have a midway. We are currently at the upper bound and the lower bound, right? Let's make it also a little bit smaller. That's it. So looking for bust stops here, unless we have the break. In this case, we'll be expecting bearish movement. That's why I see my alert here. So I want to know if we will have the break. My alert here for the buys to take over. My alert here for the buys to take over long term. Of course, from a long-term perspective, we need to see, we need to see a break above this area right here. From H4, can't really add much. From lower time frames from H1, we can see that this low is broken downward due to the hack, as you see here. Then we had a retest to it, and then we traded lower. So now we are bearish, lower lows, lower highs. We were bullish previously, high lows, higher highs, broken downward, bearish now, lower lows, lower highs. Okay, so for the bulls to take over, we apply the same logic. We need a break above the previous major high, which is currently this one, but I would personally like to go for this because it's bigger and it resulted with a lower low. For this high is only the result of a higher low. So usually a lower low, this high would be stronger than than this high. Okay, lower low, higher low. This is stronger than this one. Okay, so that's why I'll go for the upper one for extra confirmation, and that would be it. For the bulls to take over, we need to see a breakup of this, and we can also draw like a channel here, offset for it. That's it. Okay, we're currently trading inside this channel. We are bearish. We can trade lower and lower and lower, meanwhile, until the bulls take over. If we trade lower from here, I'll be updating my channel like this. If we keep on trading lower, I'll be updating my channel like this, and so on. Okay. Meanwhile, we are bearish short term, but around a minor support, which is in blue. Let's see how it goes. Okay. Okay. Sustain Empire, hope you're doing good. Happy to see you here. And Joseph, we just went over we just went over your token, Galatasaray, this one. Okay, so like since you are here, like long story short, we'll be waiting for the boost to take over. We are still waiting for the boost to take over by breaking above this high. So no updates for now. Okay. BNB done. Let's go to XRP, right? Okay. Yes, exactly, Bukhari and Mark, since like because of the hack, BNB dipped hard, as we clearly saw from the chart. Danny, hope you're doing good. And Rose, yeah, I guess like I said already, hi to Rose, but anyway, hi again. Let's continue with our XRP. If you remember, as mentioned last week, we got our resistance zone between 0.5 and 0.6. So for the booster takeover, we need to see a break above it. In this case, we'll be expecting a long-term bullish movement. For now, we are still around this area. I don't want to see this one here. It's annoying. Let's remove it. Fantastic. So we're currently around this area here. We can still trade higher, but this is actually a resistance. So for the bulls to take over long-term or to fully take over, we need to see a break above the 0.6. That's why my alert is right here. Meanwhile, we are bullish, right? until the last low is broken downward. If the last low is broken downward, well, this is our next support, which is also a demand. If you go to H4, we are clearly bullish. We are still bullish. Impulse correction, impulse correction. So if the bulls would take over, we need to see a break. What is it? A break above this high right here, just like what happened here, if you remember. Anyway, let me show it to you from H1. Okay, this high right here got broken, we traded higher. The exact same logic, let's move this one till here. That's it. But like I made it a little bit higher because to cover these ones. That's it. Okay, so if you break above it, like above like 0.50, like 506, 507, 8, around this area, the bulls would take over and will be expecting a bullish movement. However, if we break below this major low right here, okay, if we break below it now, we'll be expecting what? Further bearish move, because we would break below this rising channel. Okay, so like this is basically it. If you break this, we'll be seeing this movement. If you break this, we'll be seeing this movement.